Hello, everybody. My name is Madison Johnson. So if you've not met me, I am the Nebraska Passport Program Coordinator. And today we're going to do our 2022 Nebraska Holiday Passport Stop training. So hopefully this won't take too long. I imagine it'll be about a half hour at the very most, but maybe we'll see. So again, if anybody has any questions during while watching the video, feel free to give me a call or email me any questions that you might have. So without further ado, I will share my screen and we'll get going. Alrighty, so here we go. As an introduction, so who's Nebraska Tourism? So it is a state agency that focuses on out-of-state and international travelers, campaigns, grants, group travel, consulting, lots of different things that our office does. There's about 12 people here in our office in Lincoln, as well as a remote employee in Kearney. So the program is usually manned by several people, but I am the main program coordinator. Our office is open from 8 to 5 on Monday through Friday. Skylar is she's our new kind of executive assistant / receptionist. So if you call our main office, you'll get Sky's phone number. Otherwise, my desk and my cell phone number are there too. So again, if you have any questions during the presentation, please call me, email me, all that good stuff. So I just sent out all of the shipments that you guys should have gotten or should be getting anytime. So there is a countersign, a window decal, stamps, and a staff info sheet, as well as some pamphlets. So the pamphlet is there on screen, so you should have gotten all of those things. The countersign is something that you'll want to put kind of in a easily accessible area. So on your front counter when people walk in, somewhere where people know that that's where they have to go to get stamps. There's also a window decal, so that'll go on either your front window or maybe a place where people can know that this is a place that they walk into in order to get their passport. There's also stampers. So if you are a place that has two locations, you can have one at each, or the other one is just kind of a backup. So in case one stops working or for whatever reason, you can't use it or need to have it in two locations, that's why there's two. Then there's a new thing that I've kind of been implementing is a staff info sheet. So this is kind of a cheat sheet for anybody that's going to be working with passporters. It's a great way for them to kind of have a quick reference guide to any of the passport stuff that they need. As well as there are going to be 50 booklets in the box itself. So you can give those out, now if people walk in and want their booklet, you can absolutely hand them out to folks. But really the thing is you want to have them in eyesight. You want to see people want to be interested in the program. You want to give them out to folks to give a kind of a good level of awareness, especially since this is the first program for the holiday passport. We want to make sure that we're kind of getting it in as many hands as possible. And then of course, if you run out of pamphlets, feel free to contact me. I will always send you more. And don't be afraid to let me know. So we actually have now ordered over 8,000 booklets. So that number is old, but we are already seeing lots and lots of popularity for the holiday program. We were not quite sure what to expect in terms of participation, but now I've sent out over 6,000 booklets and we just ordered 2,000 more. So we're excited about the amount of people who are pumped about it as well. So feel free to give out as many as you want. Again, printing booklets is not expensive for us. So feel free to kind of give them out as you see fit. And then you guys were chosen this year. So we are hoping to have applications for 2023. So if you know anybody who asked like how you guys got on or how did you become a part of this program, we kind of chose you guys specially to be kind of good ambassadors for the first year. A lot of you either have been passport stops in the past and are familiar with the program, or we thought you just had an exceptional holiday offering for folks. So we kind of those are the different reasons why we chose you. But just know that we're really excited to have you all in the program, and it was a little bit more special this year just for you to be chosen because there wasn't an application pool. So thank you for being excited and being little guinea pigs for us. We are very excited to see what happens. This is just a quick rundown of our summer program. So if you are not familiar with our summer passport, it is wildly popular. We printed 60,000 of those booklets last year. So it really is just wild the amount of people who do our program. And we had over almost 1,000 people make it to all 70 stops in 2022. In 2021, that number was closer to 1,400. So participation has kind of, I think, went down a little bit just because of gas prices and various different things. But we're really excited to see kind of the new revamp with the holiday program and then kind of where the summer passport will go. It's not going anywhere anytime soon, and it is crazy popular. So these are a few kind of marketing phrases that we include just so people have an idea of like what the difference is. So the holiday and the summer passport are kind of a guide to Nebraska's hidden gems. So new places on places, new ideas for places to visit. It's different because it has a variety of adventures offered. There's several other passports in the state that are for very specific things. So things like wineries, boutiques, just there's the beef passport that you might be familiar with, and our passport is different because it's everything. So a really large variety of places and a variety of things for people to do. It's also super easy. We want people to be able to walk into a place, get their stamp, and enjoy their stop. It's nothing complicated. It's really fun. People love it. It's people from all different age groups. And it's just a simple little fun thing to do with family and friends. And then the last thing is that it's free. So there's no purchase necessary to participate. And we really want to make sure that people know that. So there's no cost for folks to get a pamphlet. So you can people will email me or contact our website or whatever, and we'll send them booklets. It's completely free. And then something that I will talk about a little bit later, but you as a stop are not allowed to charge anyone for their stamp. So if someone walks in to say you are a museum, someone walks in and does not want to walk around the museum or have a tour, you are not allowed to prevent them from getting a stamp. Now, obviously, we want to encourage as many folks to go through the museum as possible. We are really passionate about making sure people are enjoying their stops. But if they, don't have time that day or for whatever reason they're not interested, you still have to give them a stamp. So this is a quick breakdown of who our participants are in terms of age. So you can look kind of, you can just look for yourself where they're at visually. Mostly it's a lot of retired couples and then families with grade school kids. So it's kind of a fun breakdown of kind of who you might be expecting. We'll see kind of how the holiday program goes. I anticipate that it'll be a little bit more even actually, because obviously people of retirement age and people with young kids are the most free during the summer, but that might not be true for the holiday season. So we'll kind of see how it goes. Here's some stop benefits. These are kind of in the way that people have reported them. So this is kind of what you can expect, right? So the passport helps you market your destination. Visitors have returned. You talked about how your local tourism destinations or even businesses in your area have been seeing a report of passport traffic. You got publicity from local or statewide, and then social media followers, website views, that kind of thing, as well as just like added people coming into your door. So since this is the first year of the holiday passport, here are some goals that we have laid out. So we want to make sure there's 100% positive experience. It's really important that everyone is enjoying this program. It should be a win-win for everybody. It should be a win-win for you guys and a win for the people who do the program. We don't want it to be anything complicated. I've said this before and I'll say this 1,000 times. If you ever have a problem, if there's ever something that you or a participant are upset about, please contact me. I never want someone to be upset at you guys for something that has happened or something that's completely out of your control. And I would much rather someone talk to me for an hour about something they're upset about than talk to you. So please make sure that you can tell them that you are always welcome to contact me, and I will take care of any issue they might have. I've been in charge of this program since 2019, so I kind of have a good feet under me of any issues that might arise. I've probably covered them. So please, again, make sure you contact me if there's any problems. I would love for this to be really strong first year. I think we'll kind of see how participation is. It's definitely not going to be to the same extent as our summer passport, but it is, about 1/5 of the time. And it's also during a really busy time of year. So it'll be fun to see kind of what we have in terms of numbers. And then again, we just want to make sure that it has an economic impact to the communities. The whole point of this program is for you guys. It's for businesses and communities to get more people to come and enjoy what you guys have to offer. So just want to make sure that that is maintaining. So what do you need to do as a passport stop? So really it's pretty simple. All you do is when someone walks in the door, you'll say, hello, thank you for coming. Are you doing the passport program? You stamp their booklet, and I'll go over that here in a second, but you're going to stamp their pamphlet, and then, ask them questions. So, oh, have you done the passport before? Are you excited for the holiday one? What are you looking forward to? How did you hear about the program? All that good stuff. And then one important thing is that there is one prize per person. So someone cannot come in with 5 passport pamphlets and expect them all to be stamped. They have to be present in order to receive a stamp. And then people in the same household can earn their own prizes. So say there's a mom that walks in she has 3 kids. If she gives you 4 passports, but there's 3 kids with her, then that's obviously fine. But and all ages as well. So a little baby can get a stamp, the same as a 35-year-old person. So really it's great for everybody. But just know that you cannot stamp for someone who is not present. Which is what I just said. So that rule is in the booklet. So again, if you ever have anybody who has issues with that rule specifically, again, tell them to call me. I will talk with them for whatever reason they have. There are exceptions to that rule. If it's a mom who says, like, my baby's in the car and she's sleeping and I don't want to wake her up, you can give her the stamp. It's okay. And use your discretion. You can usually tell if someone is trying to kind of work the system a little bit, but again, it's just a rule of thumb that make sure you only stamp booklets for people present. And then again, Nebraska state law prohibits charging participants in order to receive a stamp. So we want to encourage as many people as possible to get a stamp, but you are to enjoy your stop, but you cannot make them buy something at your business to receive a stamp. So here's kind of where you can stamp, and I'm not looking that that's not the clearest image in the world, but essentially, since the pamphlet's laid out a little different than our passport booklet, you can see where your business lays on this one, and you're just going to stamp directly to the right of it. So there's just a stop for you. You should have gotten the 2 stampers in your pamphlet, so you can kind of search through and look to see in your pamphlet where your name is on that bottom line, but it is just number 1 through 20, so you'll be able to find it too, pretty easy. And then the towns are they're all alphabetized by town, so just know that that's kind of how you'll be able to find yourself. Something that we do for the Big Summer program is we have an app. We have a way of people to get digital stamps regardless of time of day or where they're at, or really anything. They can get digital stamps, but there is no app for the holiday passport. We might have one later, but right now we are not doing that. You can only get physical stamps or take selfies. Participants might ask you about this. They might ask if there's an app. So if you do know, there is something that exists for the summer program, but it does not exist for the holiday program. So you can also point them to the rule section of the pamphlet, and it can explain further. Selfies. So selfies are a way for people to get stamps if your business is closed, or maybe they, for whatever reason, they don't want to go inside or what have you. They basically just take a selfie of themselves at that business or that destination, and then they turn that in either on our website at nebraskapassport.com/selfies, or they can print out their selfie and send it in with their pamphlet as well. And again, all that information is in the booklet, so you can point them in that direction if they're confused. That might be a little bit of a pain point because people are really comfortable with our app, and they really like our app, but it is something that we were not willing to do the first year because we thought it's a lot smaller program. It's got about a fifth of the size, so it can be managed with selfies. It's hopefully will run smoothly. This is something I wanted to throw in here because it again is a new format. So for turning in the pamphlet, participants should not send in their entire pamphlet. So if you have one in front of you or you have one nearby, I would like you to take it out and I would like you to look at it and see that there is a dotted line that right here that runs by the prize information as well as the stamps. They're on opposite sides of one another. So when someone is done with their passport, so it's the end of the season or they're done participating, they just cut on that dotted line right there and then just send in that one little sheet or section of the booklet, because we want people to keep their pamphlets for kind of a keepsake. And this way it's really simple. They just cut that line and then send in that whole thing. So this is new. If you have people who ask you questions, it would be really great if you could help them understand kind of what they need to do. Hopefully it goes smoothly. You never really know, but I think it will be okay. So if you guys understand that they just need to tear off that piece of paper or cut that piece of paper, and then they just send in that little bit into our office. They don't need to send in the whole pamphlet. That would be very helpful, and I would appreciate it. So there's some long-term benefits of being a stop as well. So you can gather participant names and emails, and then use that information to start building a relationship with people who are interested in your business, or you want to have send them promos or coupons or whatever. And so you can have that either on a guest book or an iPad. You can do prize drawings, but make sure you get their permission to be emailed or mailed. But just know that that's definitely something you're willing or you can do. You can have people write down their address. You can send them things. You can get their email. All sorts of stuff, and make sure you chat to people. They're probably more willing to give you their email address than you think, and people really like to be connected to passport businesses. So again, just keep that in mind, that that's something that is encouraged for you to do to try to grow a loyal following within the passport itself, not just through the passports. We want to make sure that you get some residual benefits from that as well. So the events calendar is something that's new for the holiday program. So when you guys filled out your marketing survey, I had you all put events that are going on during the season. So that's all going to be posted on nebraskapassport.com/holiday. And if you look at your pamphlet, I actually have a calendar icon listed next to your business if you told me there were holiday events happening. And then it says it's a reference point for people to go check the events calendar for what's going on at your business during that time. So if there's any that you think I've missed or anything that's new that's happening, feel free to keep me up to date. I am very happy to receive those things. I will keep that holiday calendar very, very current with anything that you send to me. So please let me know. Please let me know as soon as possible. It's not live on the website yet. We're still getting there, but it should be live here in the coming weeks. So definitely before the 19th, but just know that that's definitely something we're excited about. So that's probably a really exciting thing for the holiday passport specifically, is we have more room to promote specific events for you guys, because it's a little shorter of a time frame, and we want people to visit when there's fun things going on. Also take pictures, because I would love to see them. So this is another about using participant contacts. So you can tell them about these events that are happening. So say someone comes in early November and then you're like, hey, we actually have a New Year's party going on, or we have a big thing that we do the second weekend in March. You can tell them to come back for those events as well, and then you can give them coupons, all sorts of good stuff. Thank you for visiting, all that. Again, just a few more tips about how to improve visitor experience. You can describe any deals or discounts you might have. So again, in the passport marketing survey that you filled out, you said whether or not you wanted to have a deal. Now, again, there is an icon next to your name in the booklet if you indicated you were going to have a deal. That deal can change depending on what you want it to be. So if you remember you put something, you can email me and I can tell you what you wrote down, or you can make it whatever you need to be. If you start off by offering a 15% off coupon to anyone who comes in the store and that doesn't working for you, then you can change it. If you decide that you want to have kids eat, kids get a free dessert or something, then that, anything can change. It's all very flexible. The deals are not printed anywhere. It just indicates that you have one. So another thing with the staff info sheet that was in your box is there is a section to put what your deal is, because one kind of gripe that we have for people at the beginning of the program is participants will come in asking what your passport deal is and employees won't know. So that's a great way for just to have that sheet on hand and have the deal written down. So if someone comes in and they ask and your employee is unsure, they can reference that sheet and have a quick way of answering that question for participants. And that's a really, so far, I think, been a beneficial thing for folks, because that's just a pain point at the beginning of the program. And since the program is a lot shorter than our summer one, we want to make sure that we're eliminating as many of those hurdles as possible. And then get excited for what you have to offer. Tell them about, this must try menu item or what other passport people have been enjoying, or kind of just whatever you have. People love to chat. The passporters are very chit chatty. If you're new to the program, just know that they love to chat and hang out with you for a bit. So please just, give them a nice experience. They're excited about the program and they're excited to be there. So this is a little fun things that we've done in the past too, is just going above and beyond if that's something that you're interested in, a little 5-minute behind the scenes tour, small art or education projects, photo ops, free samples, prize drawings, all that good stuff. There's some things that people have made, passport mix popcorn or bookmarks or photo ops, all that good stuff. These are the things that are really going to make people talk. So people love it when you have specific passport oriented things. So they'll go, oh my gosh, we went to the store and they had the coolest popcorn that had a passport logo and it was, passport themed, or oh my goodness, this person gave me this really, really spectacular behind the scenes tour of their business and it was so cool. Just for being a passport participant, I got this really unique experience. People love that, especially passport folks. That is kind of their bread and butter, is just being able to kind of experience things on a little bit of a deeper level. So that's definitely something to consider to do, because it's been really beneficial for people in the past. This is another example of things you can do. So collect local businesses information, get deals, freebies, brochures, maps, events, lodging, all that kind of stuff. Talk to them about your community. Encourage them to come back during the summertime. Encourage them to come back to do whatever. The little example I will say, so there's the golden or the wooden nickel right there, kind of in the center of the screen. That is from the Washington County Historical Museum in Fort Atkinson. They did a thing where if you had that golden or that wooden nickel and you walked into any of the businesses downtown, you got a discount. So you're talking about way of keeping people in your community. If you say, hey, if you take this wooden nickel to the restaurant nearby, you're going to get a free appetizer, then that's a really great way to encourage people to stay too. So just something to keep in mind. It's really a fun way to kind of just get people to hang out and explore a little bit. So if you have any additional ideas, feel free to shoot me an email. I would love to talk to you about things that we can do, connect you with other passport stops to kind of get to make that connection. If maybe you don't know too many people nearby or what have you, I can always do that. I'm happy to be that liaison, if you will, for you. So remember that even if past or travelers do not purchase anything, you should always give them excellent customer service. You don't know when they'll come back or when they'll recommend your destination to a friend or family member. That's huge for me. Please just don't be rude. I haven't had very many issues with this in the past. Generally, people are just so grateful and they love the program so much. And that's why a lot of you were chosen. So I don't imagine it's going to be an issue, but please just know that a lot of past passport stops have said the benefits of people coming in, the awareness, the sales has outweighed the time spent stamping for non-purchasers. So I always like to say for every one person you get who doesn't buy something, you're going to get, 3 or 4 more that do. So just keep that in mind. It can be, we'll see how the holiday program is. Again, it's all kind of a caveat. This is all kind of a rule of thumb for the summer program, but just know that it's genuinely supposed to just be this wonderful positive experience for everybody. And that, just your increased awareness, you never know when that person's going to come back through your town and think, oh my goodness, I really want a cup of coffee. Oh, wait, I know this really great coffee shop. I should go there. That kind of thing. You never know when that's going to happen. So please just, I trust you guys will be great ambassadors in that way. The other thing that I will ask of you is to kind of keep estimates of traffic. So I will just be emailing you once at the very end of the program to give me rough numbers of how many people you think came in through the door. This is especially important this year because it's the first year of the holiday program. It is very important to me that we have some kind of reference point to know where we are at in terms of participation, especially since we do not have the app. Again, this is the first year, so it's very important to me that we have some sort of reference point of how many people are coming in, because we do not have another way of tracking it. So please, please, please find a way of tracking counts for physical passport stampers. So this is either you can have a tally system at your front desk, You can have, anything that you can do to track how many people came in. I greatly appreciate it. You can get a clicker, you can do whatever you want. But just please keep track, mark down at the end of the week or mark down at the end of the day, even if it's an estimate. If you're like, I think we had 25 people come in the store today who are passport people, that is important. So please, again, keep track. I'll send you reminder emails to do that. I know it can be hard. I know, especially if you have a large place with lots of moving parts, it can be tricky, but I ask you to please keep track of participants. It is pretty crucial for us this first year. So, and then I will also send out a final exit survey to kind of give me your feedback, how you think it went, what you think we're missing, as well as some final numbers and sales estimate as well. So, yes, that's an important thing. The other thing is you must be open at the hours that you submitted. I know things can get dicey during the holiday season and you have to close unexpectedly. I understand. It's never going to be something that I'm going to get upset at you over, but just please know that it is the number one complaint that we have, that participants are frustrated when businesses close. And so if you are going to be closed, please email me, let me know, and I will post it on our website. And then if you do have to close unexpectedly, please provide that stamp to a nearby business or someone else in town where people can get a stamp. If you are a store downtown, just give it to the floral shop next door and they can stamp people's booklets for the day. Post a sign on your door telling people where that stamp is, and then call or email me. And it does say we don't have an app, so sorry, I forgot to get rid of that line. But just please let me know if you have any times that you need to close for any reason. And then, yes, the last thing, again, just be encourage tourism throughout your region. To have those brochures ready, those coupons, contact your CVB if you want help getting connected with people, event flyers, all sorts of stuff, just good ways to connect with other folks in the vicinity. Encourage people to submit stories or photos on our website. We have a bunch of things where you can get photos done, or you submit photos or stories to our website, you get entered into our prize drawings. We love to post them on our social media. And then again, if someone walks in and goes, what is this passport thing? Tell them about it. Encourage them to participate in it. Again, it's free. Do what you can to try to grow our program as well, since it's kind of in its infancy in some ways. And then know your passport stops too. So know kind of what's in your region, what stop people might be coming from or where they might be going. Just basically look through the pamphlet, give it a quick read, kind of understand a little bit of what it has to offer. You'll get questions, you'll get people who are saying like, oh, I'm on my way to, Burwell, what's over there, that kind of thing. So just kind of be in the know essentially as best you can. I will be doing some television, radio, newspaper interviews throughout the season. I'm already doing that. I'm starting that actually on Friday. So I might contact you to come on TV with me, or I might contact you for a quote or something like that. So just know that that's part of it too. So just keep in mind that I might be bugging you a little bit. But yeah, we also do stuff on our social media. So it's a breakdown of our Visit Nebraska social media things, submitted passport stories. I did send out a marketing kit, and I'll include it again with the link of this video as well, so you can see it. But it's just a marketing kit that has like our logos, promo images, different things that you can do to create your own social media posts for your business. So here are some examples of what people have done in the past. Just ways to say, to announce that they're part of the program, or different things to get people on their social media excited about the passport too. I love when people create their own little signs, kind of like Sugar Shack does in that picture. I love when you take really anything that you can to encourage people to travel. If you want to reach out to your local newspapers, so if you have a hometown newspaper or radio station or anything like that, encourage them to write a story about the holiday program. It's going to be really fun. We've had a lot of press already. But again, if you want me to reach out to them, I can absolutely do that. If you don't want to interview with them, if that's not something you're comfortable with, they're more than welcome to call me. I'd love to chat with them. It's a huge part of my job. So something that I love. But again, would love it if you could use the Nebraska passport hashtag, the honestly any passport hashtag, or the at our Visit Nebraska social media. So we will share anything that you guys have, and we'd be happy to see it. So the last little bits I have is if you do not have a page on the Visit Nebraska website, you might get reached out to by our interns. It's either going to be Lily or Katie. They'll reach out to you to create a listing on our website. It can be a little complicated, but it's a really great way for us to promote your location on social media, and just a great way for kind of us to keep tabs on you too. So please don't hesitate to do that or ask me questions to create a listing. If you already have a listing, just make sure you check it and make sure that everything is kind of up to date. You do that all through the extranet, which is this right here. You can go and you can just click edit, all that. If you know that you think you have one, but you're not really sure like who's in control of it or what your password is, just reach out. We will help you. It's a pretty cool thing that we get to have these listings to help us, as well as be featured in our travel guide, all sorts of stuff like that. So that's our best way of keeping us connected. So the last little bit, remember, do not start stamping until November 19th, and then the program ends on January 1st. So the entire day of the January 1st you can stamp, but then that's the end. Don't stamp booklets for people present. For people not present, determine how you want to collect participant information. Please check your email, do the handout to employees, and keep a tally on the number of people coming into your business. Think about if you want to have any extras, prize drawings, free samples, art projects. Do you want them to leave with anything? Do you want them to have a coupon where they will come back? All that good stuff. And just, be in contact with the community and make sure they know about the holiday program and get them excited about it as well. So that is all I have. I really appreciate you guys sitting through my presentation. I hope I wasn't chatting too fast. If I was, again, feel free to contact me either at that email address or my phone number. Happy to ask questions or answer questions, anything that you might have. But I really appreciate you being a part of this program. You're kind of the guinea pigs for the first year, but I think it's going to be really great and really fun. So I look forward to it, and feel free to contact me.